Good morning, Flosstube. My name is Daphne, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday, the 10th of April of the year 2023, and today we are going to look at the progress that I made in March on all of my cross-stitching projects. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. I hope that you enjoy what you see and that you stick around and keep coming back. And if you're a returning viewer, then I would like to say welcome. Thank you for coming back and following me on this journey. March was a good month. I had 3 finishes. Yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 finishes. 2 of those were my whip go pulls for March, so that was a good thing. The first one was the Rick and Morty piece, and I don't have a cover photo, so it needs to be washed and finished, but here is Rick and Morty. Let's put it behind the paper here on the board. So here's Rick and Morty, all complete. It was a total of 3,278 stitches that I needed to finish this out for the month. So this one will get finished fairly soon. So there's Rick and Morty. I think the shop that I got on Etsy is All My Stitching Shop. And I do believe she does not have him anymore. So I'm sorry if you're looking for him. And then the other one I did is from Jukebox Stitchery. Thank you for being a friend. And this was done on 36 count Dirty Blue Sky from XJU Designs, and I used Mythical Diamond Arts Captain Jack. This was a Black Needle Society floss in the subscription box. So it's like grays and blue. So I'm not sure if this is available on their website or not. That's what I used for that. And here is the finished piece. This is what the fabric looks like. Here's the fabric. And I've got plenty of it left over. I have like 3/4 of it still left. And let me just get it on here so that it's a little bit easier. Here is what it looks like. Can I get this to come up just high enough? There we go. So here it is finished. I just used that Captain Jack for the whole entire thing. Yeah. And I personalized it, and this will get sent out as a gift as well. That was over 2. 32 over 2. 2 strands. So that is both of my whip go calls for March. I was able to finish them in a month. That was unexpected. It just worked out that way. I had only planned 10 days, and I believe they were both finished before the 10-day time period. Let me see. Rick and Morty I finished on the 14th. So 8 days, I believe, for Rick and Morty. And Thank You was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to finish Thank You. So they didn't take me much time at all to finish. And then my other little finish is these little itty bitty ornament bobbins. So here, like you already seen the February one. So here's the February one. It's little itty bitty, 22 count hard hanger. And then here is the March one. I'm just using flosses from my stash. The green in here is from the Black Needle Society subscription box. I don't remember which green I used. And same thing with the pink for this one. I believe that was a specialty floss. I could be wrong, but I think it was. The white and the black is just DMC. Excuse me. Same thing. The black, the gold in the pot of gold, I believe, was another specialty floss. So there's February, there's March. Those take me no time at all, like 2 days stitch. And then we will look at what else I worked on this month. And in here, this is another, this was the steampunk box from Black Needle Society. And this houses my Under the Sea Sal, which was a mystery at the time. It finished at the end of last year, and I am still behind. But I'm doing this as called for, because I bought it as a whole kit from Under the Sea, from the Frosted Pumpkins. So here is where it is currently. I have been working down here in the coral. So I used that a little bit in March. So I really just have finished the coral, there's finished the ground here, and then connect each side of the border. Basically it repeats from the top up here. So there's Under the Sea Sal. Need to get this finished so that can get sent out as a gift as well. It was 28 count, I believe. I know the thing is in here somewhere. 28 count. And then another piece that I worked on a little bit was the river. And this, once again, was a Black Needle Society subscription box. This was the Resolutions stitching box, the end of 2021, and this was my new start for 2022, and it is the project that I work on when it is rainy days. I don't work on it when the day is raining, but I have a list of days that rained, and then I pull it out and just mark those days off. This is on cream 56 count linen by Zweigart, 1/2 full cross, using the floss from, it's in here too, Forbidden Fiber Co. River of Life is the name of the floss, and there was approximately 46 yards of it, and I've only been working in this one here. They were all about the same thickness. These two might have been a little bit thinner. Excuse me. So here is where it is at. I'll move that down a little bit. So what I did is I basically finished this, just basically did the border on this box here, brought this one down a little bit more, brought this one down a little bit more, and started working on this big potted flower in the middle. So that's where I will work on, and then it has 2 more smaller things underneath it. It's not going to take all this. It'll give me 3, and I'll have 3/4 left of this big piece of fabric left. So there's the River of Life. Slowly, surely, slowly and steady, working on this one. As well. And then another piece that I worked on is my QS Holiday. This one is Heaven and Earth Designs, Amy Stewart. This is the bottom corner of the Big Stitch in Time. And this one is just a 28 count, I believe. 1/1, full cross, and it only got 426 stitches this month. For March. So here's where we currently are, and I was able to get the color that I was missing. So what I need to do is come in here, down here a little bit, and fill in that color. I just didn't do it on this particular time that I pulled it out. And this here is part of the sled, which means really don't have. So that's the sled right there. So we really only have this much left to get over until the edge of the pattern. And I think it's 15 diagonals of 10. It's not really that much more left to go until we reach the end, and then I can come back up here. But I do need to fill in some more missing stitches if I have those colors. I'm not sure. So that's QS Holiday. And then another one that I worked on, that I work on every month, is Snowman Stocking. And this is another Haid. And this is 32. I don't remember what this one is, to be honest. This received 667 stitches this month for March. So basically filling in more of the moon, and then I think I worked a little bit. I had a string hanging at one point, so I think I filled that one in. So there is that. You can't really tell the moon is stitched in, but the biggest part of the moon is stitched. There is some outline of the moon that needs to be stitched in, and then there's miscellaneous stitches up in the top that I had not gotten the color, and that's what this big space is here, is mostly colors that I have not gotten yet. So there is Snowman Stocking, and this one, once again, will be pulled out this month, as this is my yearly piece, one of my yearly focuses. So this one will come out again. And then another piece that I will work on, and that I did work on for 1,603 stitches this month for March, was the Song of Summer by Donna Gelsinger, chartered by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm working down this side of the page. And just as you can get a size difference, when I started March, I was at 4.83%. When I checked in April, when I started the month, we were at 5.28, so 5.27. So those 1,600 stitches didn't even get me a full percentage, just to give you a perspective of this piece. This one is 523 wide by 698 high, so it's a pretty large one. 28 count, easy grid. The called for DMC flosses, 1/1, full cross, and here is where it is at currently. So this to this blue line here is page 1, and then to this blue line here is page 2, and to this page line is row 3 of pages. So row 1, row 2, row 3. So everything on the second row in the all of the stitches in page 1 and page 2, what I'm calling page 2 for now, is complete. And then I got a good portion, I would say maybe a third of page 3 done. So this one will come back out again this month, because like I said, this is a focus piece for one of the groups, Daily 30, for the year, and I love this little birdie. I should just finish out that birdie, but I'm kind of enjoying just picking the 10 by 10 square and going and working in. So like this one here, this stitch right there where my finger is next to the red one, that's the next stitch. So wherever that is, and the rest of this page, I'll fill it out. If it goes a little bit onto this row of the third row over here pages, that's fine. I'm not leaving myself, hard lines. As you can see, I've staggered over, a little bit, because this block here is the edge of the page. So I have staggered over. Every single one is staggered. So that way it shouldn't give me any page lines done that way. So there is Song of Summer. Still enjoying this piece. I do enjoy it. And another piece that I worked on was Sunflowers. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs, Mary Ann Bloom. 1/1 28 count full cross DMCs. This one was 618 stitches in March. I'm not sure if I'll pull it out in April. We'll see. I kind of just have a new system of doing things, so we'll talk about that in a minute. And if I can get to the part, I should just fold it this way from now on. So here is where it is currently at. I just ended with leaving thread on my needle, because I apparently was just done that day. And this blue line here is the edge of the page, the bottom of the page, row of pages. So page 1, page 2, I'm not sure. I know I'm going to finish these 2 pages out. I'm not sure if I'm going to go down and get the left-hand side done, or if I'm going to keep going across. I haven't decided yet. This one I might just go across the top row of pages. Do it a little different. As you can tell, each of my projects, has a different way of stitching. This one is still the same 10 by 10 block picking the colors, but I might just go this way with the pages. Instead of going down the left-hand side. So we might do that. We might just continue this way, which would get the majority of the background done. And then it would just be the flowers and the stems and the leaves and all that. So this one will probably come back out again. And then another piece that definitely comes out each month is my Pandemic. This is on 30 count linen in the colorway Barley Corn by Access Commodities. 1/1 full cross in Mrs. Seda Silk and Hydrangea. This has gotten a little bit of work in April. So what you'll see is the March progress plus a little bit of April. And this one was 647 stitches in it for March, and then like I said, there's a little bit of 300 stitches for April so far. So I've just, if I can get this to cooperate, I've just been working over here on the left-hand side. So we'll just fold this up a little so it's a little easier. So I'm, like I said, just been working on this side. Filling in and just basically over here. I worked over here for the little bit that I did in April. So yeah, there is pandemic, and there it is in the whole piece. I think there's 1 or 2 more pages, row of pages. This one is over 50% complete. I do know that. In March, it was 53%, and then when I started April, it was 54%. So we got a percent done in March. And then another piece that I worked on this month is a birth sampler, and it is, I got 1,757 stitches. This is a fortnight fabric in the colorway Carcum. This was a fabric of the month that club I was in at one point. So I'm not sure if this is available on their website from them. So here it is. Basically, what I really focused on this month in March was finishing out the dinosaur. So the dinosaur is complete, and I believe, yeah, the whole dinosaur block is complete. And I've just been working down here, finishing these parts out. Once I get this done here, then I'll show it, and then that'll be the last time that you will see this piece. Because once I get the personalization to that personalization point, I don't know if I will show it, but I'm enjoying it. I've been stitching it in hand. There's a few pieces that I have stitched in hand. Then here's the colors that I've chosen. The blue, one of the blues is Mythical Diamond Arts Dread Pirate Roberts. This was the Pirate Life Stitching Black Needle Society. And Almond M&M's Nautilus. I believe those banners, I think. And then this one is a limited edition Gentle Arts. What did I use this one for? I think this was banners as well. Oh no, it was the plates on the back of the Stegosaurus. And then this one, thankfully, I was able to find another skein of this because I was going to run out before I got finished on that dinosaur. And this was is a Gentle Arts color, limited edition. These were from the Black Needle Society box. And I was able to post in the group, and somebody actually had this, so I was able to buy this skein off of them. Which was nice because, like I said, I ran out of it. And then I just have two DMCs, and then another Almond M&M's. Sherlock is one of the ones that I'm using for the border. So this was just a pull from stash type of piece, and a way to use some of the flosses from Black Needle Society boxes. And that is it. Then we got the best piece. I know a lot of people like this piece. So the progress you are going to see on this is going to be the March progress and the April progress. I'm just twisting this back up on the bobbin here. So you'll see a little bit of April progress as well. So here's where we are at, and we'll put on this side. 2,435 stitches in March. I know I finished out this diagonal, and I think finished out this one. I don't remember which one it was. I know I just finished out this one in April, so it was probably this one that I finished and started on this one. Now I'm working on filling in these parked threads for this diagonal. So this one started the month at 49.20% for March and finished the month out at 49.74%. So those 2,000, what do we say, 2,400 stitches wasn't even a full percent in the grand scheme of things, just showing you how much bigger this is. So there is the Game of Thrones piece, and I will be back in a little while. Okay, another piece that I forgot about was Bostonia by Stitching Jewels Designs, and this one is on Sea Glass from Fortnite Fabrics, 28 count even weave, 1/1 full cross, with just DMC. And this is where it is currently at. What I've worked on in March was just finishing out the words in here, and then this whole entire inner little circle. This one received, let me see, 1,461 stitches in March, and I will work on it again in April and work on the design on the inside. This one should be finished this year. This doesn't have much left to go on it, and we will just get into what's going on for April. The one piece that I can show you for April I have been working on for my Whip Go. The other piece I can't show because I don't show it on here. But that one is scheduled for 10 days. And this piece here is scheduled for 10 days. And it has already received 5. So there is a good possibility that this one will get finished in April. This is on Gilded 28 count linen, Lugana, by Mystic Fabrics, 2/2 full cross, and this is where this is at. This is Storybook Halloween, Stitchonomy. This was the free Halloween sale in 2021, I believe. Could have been 2022. It was either 2021 or 2022. So as you can see, I have this one, this one, this one. This is a long one here. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And then just a finish coming down here. Little bookmark. And then I'm going to take one of the browns and do some backstitch lines to actually make it look like pages in the book. So this one should get finished in April, but not going to, make it a definite and then not finish it. So, like I said, that will get 5 more days this month in April. And that one, and that one. Now, we just have a haul. And I did get the part 5 of the Tiny Modernist Woodland Christmas, which is the little angel. And then the Witch Oat Star Sapphire in 28 count. So those are the two things that I got. And then I did receive the March Black Needle Society subscription box. I will just go through this quickly as I did do an unboxing that goes into more detail. So we got 3 flosses. You got Wildflower, Forbidden Fiber Co., another Wildflower, and the Secret Garden. So there's those. Be great additions to my flosses. And then we did receive this mug, which is in the style of a terracotta pot. And then this cute little snail, so you can either plant in it or drink in it. And then this cute little snail that goes on the side of your cup. And it holds your tea bag from falling into your cup of tea. So he was cute. And then there was a little wildflower needle minder. Not needle minder. Threader. I can get that to, there you go, the threader. And then this was the bag for the snail. And then 32 count. While we're on the limb, where's the baggie? What do you do with the baggie? Oh, it's in here. Fiber on a whim. Hydrangea. This a really nice purple. So there's that. You got a bookmark, which this is seeds in here, so you can just plant these. We got flower scissors. And then there's project stickers to mark your projects when you finish them. You can kind of gift them, or if you're just going to put them on the wall. The pattern of the month this time, well, the pattern for the box this time is Garden Box by Jeanette Douglas. And it has this one, this, and this. All 4 of them are in here. And then you get the little information card. Excuse me. The last thing in the box is a stained glass flower sun catcher. Let's get this. Is on right here. Okay. So here is the flower. The stained glass flower. That was in the box as well. So there's those. And that is and this comes with the suction cup as well. Excuse me. So I believe that is everything. Plans, like I said, is to work on my storybook. Excuse me. For 5 more days. I've already done the first 5, and then I will pull out the other piece and do those for it's 10 days, and just work on the 3 pieces, or 4 pieces, I think. The 4 pieces for the yearly challenge, which is Game of Thrones, the Snowman Stocking, Pandemic, and A Song of Summer. Pandemic, I need to just finish out, another set. I think it's like 180-ish stitches. Excuse me. To finish out that prompt for the year, for that I'm doing for the year challenge that I have set for Pandemic, for the spot that I'm at we needed like 2,000 stitches. So I divided it among all 4 of my projects. So it was 500 stitches per project. Game of Thrones already got it. We're working on Pandemic. Then I might go to Stalking or Song of Summer. Flip them around. Who knows? Whichever one I pull out. And then on the weekends, those are Monday through Friday, work on whatever I want to. And then on the weekends, what I do is if let me see what I did do last weekend. Let me pull back up here. Let me go back here to March. I worked on QS. Yeah, I worked on QS Holiday as my weekend Saturday and Sunday piece. What I do is I have Tiny Decisions app. Excuse me. And come on. All of my pieces, all of my full coverage pieces are on here, and the glare off of there. So those are all my full coverage pieces, and what I do is I spin the wheel on Friday, and whichever one it lands on is the full coverage piece that I will work on for that weekend. Last weekend I didn't do that because I worked on Game of Thrones all week. No, I worked last weekend. It was March. I did, and that's when I spun QS Holiday. And then this past weekend that just happened, it was a new start, which I will go into in the April video. And then this coming weekend is Bostonia. I had already decided to work on that one. I just picked a random weekend in April. So then the following weekend, I will do the Tiny Decisions wheel to pick the piece, and the following weekend I'll do the Tiny Decisions wheel to pick the 2 pieces for those. And I believe that does everything. Basically just gonna stitch and enjoy my stitching, and we'll go from there. So I hope everybody has a great day. Hope everybody has a great April. I hope everybody had a great March. And we will touch base again in the very beginning of May. Can't believe it's going to be May already. So, all right. Have a great week, everyone. Have a great month. Bye.